Today I'm sitting with Debbie Paulsen. Debbie came in from Florida, and I've seen you on some of the JC Films movie sets. We've seen each other, but what I didn't know about you is your story. And now I feel sad because I didn't know it, but we're here to tell it. So JC Films is filming a new film called I Want to Jump.
Yes.
And this is your story about your son's suicide.
Yes, it is.
So what are you wanting to get across to people with this movie?
Well, the point that we want to get across is that it's okay to talk about it. And we want to break the silence because for anybody that's out there that's been through depression or anxiety or any kind of mental health issues, PTSD, OCD, we all know that most people don't want to talk about it. So we don't want to be judged, so we just don't speak about it, which often leads to more depression, more isolation, which then sometimes leads to what happened to my son. And there's a lack of help, an extreme lack of help, and a lack of wanting to get help because of the taboo to the subject. So we're trying to break this taboo.
So with this movie, are you hoping that the right person will see this and say, you know what, there is a place that we need to have help for these people. We need to let them know it's okay and that we're here for them. Yes,
yes. So my hope is that people will first just begin to talk about it and realize that's okay, and that other people will come alongside them. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that this, when people see it through the eyes of my son, Justin, and when they see it through the eyes of myself, who's developed PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, from finding my son in this way, that they will just learn to empathize, and then through that will come alongside of people who are hurting, and just, if nothing else, just say, I care about what you're going through, and sometimes that's the first step, and then maybe try to help them get help. But there is a lack of help, and that's another reason that we're doing this film, is to just let people know that there is a lack of help for mental health, and that we do need to do some kind of reform about this.
And is this another Dean Cain film?
Dean Cain will be in this film.
Okay.
Eddie McClintock will be playing my husband Randy. Jana Lee Hamblin, she's playing myself, and I'll be playing one of the doctors who empathizes with her and gives her some words of encouragement that I actually wish somebody would have gave to me, and that some people did give to me. We have a lot of great actors, but Dean will be playing, he's playing one of the therapists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are acting in the movie?
I am.
And did you write the movie?
No, Jason wrote the movie.
Jason
Campbell wrote the movie, but Jason and I have done a lot of films together, and
that's why I've seen you.
Yeah, and he was he was my film mentor for film school, and so he had approached me and asked me if it was okay to write this story, because he felt like this is something that really needs to be talked about.
So were you busy doing the filming and writing and producing before Justin's incident, or was this something you decided to get into to kind of keep yourself busy after?
It was actually something I decided to do after. Do you know The Chosen?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually got involved with The Chosen, and I was a singer before that and a teacher, but I was also a songwriter, and then I found that it was really easy to write as well. So it just kind of started leaning this way. So.
And you're coming in to film these from Florida, but Jason does a lot of movies in Florida as well.
Yeah. Right. And I just like it here in this area. So
it's a nice little escape.
Yeah.
So somebody who may be struggling, you know, what are you going to say as the doctor to your character? Like, what do you really want to hit like, what do you want to hit on that you want people to know?
Well, what I want people to know is one thing that the doctor is going to speak to my character about is she's going to say that she is going to try to find some help for my character, because my character desperately wants to help her son, which is the truth. But there is just no real help out there. So it's just going to bring about the that awareness that something does need to be done with our mental health system, that there's just no place. We had to put my son in the only kind of 28-day stay places we could find were places like anorexia and bulimia or substance abuse places. But at least they had a therapist, but that's just not enough.
Yeah.
And but also at the end of the film, so my character is going to come up and talk to my character, me, and just to let me know that I'm going to have to be strong, and that just like anybody who's going through something traumatic, and that goes to anybody who might even be watching, everybody's been through something, and if they haven't been through something, they're unfortunately going to go through something. So
Very true.
we can use everything that we go through in life if we're willing to. I mean, we can either wallow in our pain, which is what often we do, it hurts,
Yes.
or we can use that pain for good. And my character is going to be encouraging the character Debbie that it's going to be hard to get through this, but if she can stay strong, that she can take everything that she learns and every way that she learns to cope, and she can take all of that and any resources she can get and go out, and eventually she'll be able to help other people. And it's the truth for anybody that's going through pain. You can use your greatest pain for your greatest ministry.
So, Debbie, I think you're part of some support groups, or you're trying to work on some things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now we are going to be bringing up this topic to the public more about the fact that we do need to talk to our government, especially in Florida, but I think it's around the country.
Probably.
That we do need more help with places to send our loved ones, or even to go ourselves, that are long-term stay places for help. But until then, there are some places that people can go to, such as NAMI.
So what does NAMI stand for?
The National Alliance of Mental Illness.
Okay.
And I do go to their support groups. The one I go to in Florida, you can go on Mondays or Tuesdays. The one I go to is online. But that is a good support group for people that just want someone to go to talk about their issues, someplace to go to that they don't have to be fearful. Because I'll tell you the truth, a lot of people are afraid to tell people, because if they're struggling with something like suicide, they're afraid they're going to be Baker-acted, and that could, the stigma will be there against them, people will judge them, or they could lose their job. So there's lots of fear that's associated with this. But NAMI is a good place to go, that you can talk freely with no fear, and they do have solutions.
And that's NAMI.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Debbie, you are a warrior. You're very strong, and I will check back with you later to see what has happened since you filmed and what you're working toward.
Thank you. I appreciate it.